Welcome to the Monday, August 15th, 2016 regular business board meeting of the Board of School Directors. There are no presentations scheduled. Audience recognition, if anyone would like the pleasure of speaking before the board, if you could please sign in with Ms. LaPera. Seeing none, I will now approve the minutes, ask the directors to approve the minutes from the following Board of School Directors meetings: July 18th, regular business board meeting, and accept the following committee meeting minutes: August 11th, Facilities and Purchasing Committee. Are there questions? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
There's second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We will now have superintendent update for Mr. Copeland.
Good evening, everyone. We're one meeting from getting into the fall. Looking forward to that. As I came in this morning, I saw students headed off for fall sports, and I was like, we're getting close. And so we're getting very excited as we're completing some of our construction projects. Congratulations and much thanks to our custodial staff for their hard work this summer in getting us ready. I see all signs that we're going to get ready and have a great school year. So that concludes my report.
All right.
Okay.
No, back to you, Mr. Copeland.
Okay.
Out of sort here.
That's it. 1 month off and we're already. I'd like to recommend that the Board of School Directors approves the attached Human Resources Actions HR 1 through HR 4.
There are questions? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
There's second? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
If I might, one of the motions that was just approved by the board was the new assistant principal at Welsh Valley Middle School, Mr. Joseph Devine. Mr. Devine, welcome to Lower Merion.
Thank you very much.
Would you like to come up and say a few words?
I just thank you for the opportunity to join an excellent team here. I'm very excited to join the team at Welsh Valley with Mr. Hall and Mrs. Stout, and I'm very excited to be here. And again, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Welcome.
Welcome.
Moving on, under Educational Services, the administration recommends that the Board of School Directors approves the attached overnight trip requests, take them all in motions A through D in one motion. Overnight school trip request. The administration further recommends that the Board of School Directors approves the attached College Board contract in the amount of $16,836 for a period of July 7th, 2016 to June 30th, 2017. Further, the administration recommends that the Board of School Directors approves the attached independent consultant contract with Dr. Andrea Fishman for literacy professional development for the 2016-17 school year for a not-to-exceed amount of $15,000, and that the administration recommends that the Board of School Directors approves the attached contract renewal with ProQuest for 8 digital publications for a period July 1st, 2016 to June 30th, 2017 in the amount of $38,915. $38,915.
Are there questions on any of those motions? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
There's second? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Under Student Services, the administration recommends that the Board of School Directors approves in one motion A through C, service agreements SS1 through SS13. And the administration recommends that the Board of School Directors approves the attached independent consultant contracts with the following: Bayada Home Health Care in the amount of $49.95 an hour, Quinn Developmental Services in the amount of $462 a day, the American Red Cross in the amount of $5,000 a year for the 2016, 2017, and 2018-19 school years.
There are questions? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
There's second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We will now have the report of the Facilities and Purchasing Committee by Mr. Driscoll.
Thank you. We met this past Thursday, August 11th, in this room, and our first item was to review, and we recommended for approval the list of bills. We then reviewed and recommended for approval the purchasing report. The purchasing report has two contracts that are recommended from an open bidding process managed by Lmsd. One is for Camden Bag and Paper for $471,093.03, and others for Interborough Packaging Corporation for $6,795.80. The district acted as a bidding agent on behalf of itself and 17 other school districts to purchase paper products in bulk. Approximately $75,000 of this cost is for LMSD. All the districts will buy products and pay for them directly with the winning vendors. LMSD has been purchasing paper products in this consortium for many years. We then reviewed and recommended for approval a renewal contract with Lower Merion Aquatic Club for the club to lease the pool at Lower Merion High School to provide swim instruction to Lower Merion and Narberth residents. The cost of the lease is $32,000 for this year. We then reviewed and recommended for approval renewal contract with Phyllis Glackman for a not to exceed amount of $16,800. Ms. Glackman will continue to provide support in taking photographs and writing descriptions of events around the district on an as-needed basis. We then reviewed and recommended for approval renewal contracts with 9 bus companies. Having these companies under contract allows the Transportation Department to call on any one of them if a need arises, such as a sports trip at the end of the school day, when the district-owned buses are used to transport students home. We then reviewed and recommended for approval a contract with Starlight for $14,682. This contract has replaced the projection system in the Lower Merion High School music rooms and provide a cooling rack to prevent some of the equipment in those rooms from overheating. We then reviewed and recommended for approval a master services agreement with an individual work order for Burns Engineering. The individual work order is for $6,300. This work order will allow Burns to inspect the fiber optic cable being installed as part of the DA renovations going on right now. We then reviewed and recommended for approval 6 district contracts. The first was with Bayada Home Healthcare at $49.95 per hour. This renewal contract provides backup nursing support if a school nurse is absent and also can support us on field trips as needed. We then reviewed a contract with Andrea Fishman not to exceed $15,000. As previously described, she's providing writing programs for our new elementary teachers as part of our commitment to professional learning. The next contract was with Quinn Developmental Services, and this is a renewal contract to provide professional development for our staff on behavior issues. We then reviewed and recommended approval of the ProCrest contract, which was discussed, which is $38,915. This is a renewal for subscriptions to various magazines and newspapers. We then looked at the American Red Cross at approximately $5,000 per year. This is another renewal contract for a 3-year period for the American Red Cross to provide CPR training to our staff. Then we looked at the College Board contract for $16,836. This group provides the tests and the grading of our PSATs and the NMSQT tests for our 10th and 11th graders. We then reviewed and recommended for approval an individual work order for David Blackmore and Associates for $4,300. This is a contract to determine the soil's ability to hold stormwater at Ballackinwood Middle School. We then received 2 updates. One, we've closed out the modular project of Welsh Valley. We've closed out Penn Valley and Gladwin Elementary. So those construction costs are finished for us. We still have open issues with the permanent construction at Welsh Valley that we're working through, but hopefully we can close that out in the coming months. We did discuss the DAO construction. Unfortunately, our timeline has slipped from both the casework perspective as well as on-site issues. Mr. Hughes and Mr. Kilpatrick presented options to provide chemistry labs in the existing high school for the first several weeks of class until the DAO is ready. We don't anticipate this being a long delay at this point. I think we're looking at three weeks is hopefully, and then they'll be open early October at the latest. We then discussed the updates of temporary classrooms at Penn Wynne. The modular classrooms have been set. Work is ongoing for the stormwater management under Suffolk Lane. The sidewalk along Trent Road is complete, and we are on schedule to have the modulars in Suffolk Lane parking lot ready for students this fall. We did have a presentation on pedestrian safety, but we tabled it, and we'll bring that back in September. Our next Facilities and Purchase Committee meeting will be September 15th at 8:30 in this room.
Under the Business Office and Finance, we have 4 action items, B through E. I will take them in one motion unless a board member would like me to separate any one of those. Seeing there are none. The administration recommends that the Board of School Directors approve the following action items: the list of bills, the financial report for July 2016, to accept with pleasure pursuant to Policy 702, the donation of a plaque from employees of the Operations Department to honor former employee Bill Sargent, a custodian at Lower High School who died while in duty. A donation of $3,750 from the Penguin 2015-16 Home and School Association for 3 new water fountains for students and staff. The donation of $1,400 from the Penguin Home and School Association 5th grade committee for umbrellas for students and staff to move between the main school and the portable classrooms. And the final one is declare surplus equipment as surplus property and authorize the disposition thereof.
There are questions? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
There's second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries again, accepting the donations with pleasure from employees of the Operations Department as well as the HSAs.
Under the Facilities and Operations section, Mr. Driscoll went over all those action items A through H in detail, so I want to take them in one motion. The administration recommends that the Board of School Directors approve the following items: award the bids for the Tri-State Food Service Group bid, approve the student transportation contracts as listed in the motion and per the attachments, approve the main agreement for consultant services from Burns Engineering for design and implementation of cable infrastructure for telecommunications and data communications technology, approve the proposal and individual work order from Burns Engineering in amount of $6,300, approve the license agreement with Lower Merion Aquatics Club for use of the Lower Merion High School swimming pool for swimming and diving programs, and that is from September 6, 2016 through June 23, 2017, for a total fee of $32,000. Approve the independent consultant contract with Phyllis Glackman for photography and writing projects for the district website, publications, and other public relations projects from August 1, 2016 through June 30, 2017, for a not to exceed amount of $16,800. Approve the individual work order from David Blackmore Associates to conduct hydraulic conductivity testing at Balaco Middle School for the purpose of a stormwater infiltration-based design for a not to exceed cost of $7,550, and approve the quotes from Starlight Productions for equipment and purchase of equipment and installation in the Lower Merion High School music classrooms in an amount of $14,682.
There are questions? Is there a motion to approve? There a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We will now recognize any audience members who may want to speak. Seeing none, we will have Mr. Roos with announcement of the Sunshine Act.
Board met in executive session immediately prior to this meeting to consider the purchase of real property.
Upcoming meeting dates: September 7th, Curriculum Committee, 8:30 a.m. In this room. September 9th, Policy, 8:30 a.m. also in this room. September 12th, Education Committee and Supplementary Regular Board Meeting, 8 p.m. Facilities and Purchasing, September 15th, 8:30 a.m. And September 19th, Regular Business Board Meeting, 8 p.m. September 21st, Communication, 7 p.m. All meetings will be held in this room. And with that, at 8:18, we are adjourned. Have a good night.